Hello and welcome to Cooking the Books with Heather. Today we're going to do a really simple recipe, but we're not going to be able to try it for like 2 or 3 weeks. So we're working from the Deep Run Roots cookbook, and it is muscadine grape season again. So we are going to make kid juice and adult juice, and I'm glad that I have two different jars here because then we'll know which one's which, but I can also label them. It's fine. So it's a really easy recipe. I have everything we need right here. She does make, the recipe makes 4 times as much, like 4 quarts instead of 1 each. I'm just making 1 each because that's what I want to do. Anyway, never tried it before. Don't have enough grapes to make all of it. So we're just going to make 1 quart of each today. And it's really simple. I've got some boiling water here and that I just heated up in the microwave because I don't have an electric kettle or anything because we don't do a lot of tea or anything like that. So we add some sugar to each of these. And you can see I have a mixture of the bronze ones and the purple ones. I was glad to be able to get the purple ones because those will definitely make it prettier. It'll be a nice pretty purple juice. So we've got sugar in both of them. The adult juice is not alcoholic. I know we've done alcoholic recipes a lot on this channel, but this one is not alcoholic, but it is more like a shrub, which means this is some vinegar. This is white wine vinegar. I wasn't sure that I had enough white wine vinegar, but I did end up having enough. And if I didn't, I do have some champagne vinegar. I think that would have been fine. And now I just fill them up the rest of the way with hot water, with the boiling water. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill this one up and then fill this one up. So I might let the sugar dissolve. I don't think she mentions stirring these up or anything, but I've got a lot of bubbles coming up from the sugar dissolving. So I'm gonna kind of leave them out for a little bit. Let me read, just make sure she doesn't say anything about that. I'm pretty sure she doesn't. No mention of stirring these up, but I think I'm going to get a butter knife, just because it'll go down in there easy. Just a second. I just want to make sure I get enough water in here, so I just want to make sure that we're not gonna, because the sugar kind of dissolves into the water and takes up less space once it's dissolved. So I just want to make sure we don't have any more air bubbles in there. And it looks like I can add a little bit more water in here. All right. So add a little bit more. Now, she processes these in a hot water bath. I'm not gonna do that because I just have these 2 and it's hard for me. I don't have a good pot to process 2 quart size jars. I would have to get out my huge pot, and I don't have a regular canner. It's a thing. We don't can quarts very often. We usually do like half pints or pints, whatever. Those we can handle, these not so much. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put the lids on and let them come to room temperature, like cool down, and then I'm gonna just put them in the refrigerator. But we're gonna have to wait 2 to 3 weeks before we can try it. So I guess we'll see you in 2 to 3 weeks. On this episode of Cooking the Books with Heather, we made kid juice and adult juice, and now we're gonna try it. So I have some of my crew here, 9-year-old and a 6-year-old, almost 10 and 7, they're growing so fast, to try our kid juice. They could try the adult juice too if they wanted. It is not alcoholic. It is more like a shrub. There's vinegar in it. They do not want to. My husband also is not thrilled about the shrub, does not like vinegary drinks. So we have a very small shot glass here for him to try out of. And then we have some little glasses here for us to try. So first I'm going to pour our kid juice. I think I'm just going to use this to keep this lid to keep the grapes from going into the glass as I pour.
Looks like water.
It does look like water, doesn't it? All right, so we have our kid tasters.
This is a bit pink, like more pink than that
It's
one.
the same color. It
know,
came from the
but
same thing.
My eyes are
This is going to taste disgusting, I'm gonna tell you.
They keep an open mind.
Kind of does taste good.
It kind of does taste good. What does it taste like?
grapes.
Grapes. What do you think those are?
It's grape juice.
It is.
She calls them muscadines because I can read.
They are muscadines. And there's sugar in there.
It's very sweet.
It's very sweet. Is it good?
It's sweet and sour at the same time.
Sweet and sour at the same time. So what do we think?
It's kind of impossible to make.
No, it's not. It was very easy. We didn't can ours, though you can. We let it sit at room temperature for like a day or two, and then we put it in the refrigerator, and it's been in there for probably 4 weeks at this point. She says at least 3 weeks. So,
You didn't even make it, so why do you think it's impossible?
anyway, so it was pretty easy. What do we think? Would we drink this?
I think it tastes like grapes.
So
I
it's
think
good?
it tastes good.
You think it tastes good? So we got 2 thumbs up for the kid juice. And now the adults are gonna try the adult juice. I'm probably the only one who's gonna do it on camera.
Can I stay here?
You can stay right there if you'd like. Would you like to try the adult juice?
Sure.
You can try mine after I do. All right, so we're gonna.
I'm gonna pour out the kid
We're gonna be a little. Yes. I was not as good.
Kind of orange.
This one does not pour as well, but my husband doesn't want much, so we're gonna slide this back to the crew, and I'm gonna take this. Now the vinegar one definitely turned a little more pink, got a little more of the color from the grapes. The kid juice is a lot less pink than I expected.
It's orange.
Very vinegary.
It is very vinegary. It hits you, in the back of your tongue like a vinegar does, but it's also very sweet.
Is it
I'm
anything
gonna
like
go out.
pickles?
I'm gonna go outside.
A little bit like pickles. You can go outside. A little bit like pickles. It's more like a sweet pickle, You get the grapes, but it's not super grapey because of the vinegar, I think. Would you like to taste it?
Sure.
Can I taste yours?
Get your own.
I'll have to get my own. Okay, I think that's a no from the kid. What about the other adult in the room? So he doesn't hate it as much as he thought he would. He does mention it's very astringent, a little bit like some wine, but definitely from the vinegar. I'm interested if I could find some way to use this in something, like maybe an actual adult drink. But I don't hate it. I'm wondering if it's gonna grow on me. We'll see. If you enjoyed watching us make this and try it here for you on camera, give us a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and come back and watch us make something else next week. All right.
Pinky or no pinky?
We don't do this.
I don't know.
All right, we're
I
done.
don't know.
We done.
We can't film this. Is it already starting?
Turn back. Yes, Daddy already started them.
Yay! This is gonna be a lot to edit out.
So, If you enjoyed watching us make this and try it here for you, give us a thumbs up. Click the
Can I have more?
in just a minute.